Hello, and it's me, and I'm sick, which isn't really relevant to this, other than this is just the intro. I don't sound like this the whole episode, so just so you know. Um, but yeah, this is just like a whole bunch of tangents from episode number 21, the alien episode with Alex and Nikki and Arthur. It's just a bunch of tangents that it made the episode 3 hours long, and which really didn't need to be 3 hours long because that kind of brings it down. People are less interested in a 3 hour long podcast than a 2 hour and 15 minute one. We're not like making it super serious or like cutting out all every time we do a tangent because like I still like doing that. It's still a good fun part of the podcast. But like I just didn't really want to like just delete all these because like we actually had some good conversation in here. So yeah, I'm just gonna like throw it together. It might seem a little bit weird since it's just kind of like random, just like random topics. Like there's really no structure to the entire thing because it's not really a real discussion of anything. But I don't know. I just throwing this out here. Maybe it's something I'll keep doing if people like it. If not, fine, whatever. It's just yeah, just wanted to throw this together as a little bonus episode. And I'm not really sure when this episode's going to be coming out, but if it comes out before next episode, since we didn't really announce what we're going to be talking about next episode in last episode, we're going to be talking about Ben and Arthur from 2002 and Loqueesha from 2019. Loqueesha. Uh, yeah, so that'll be something for sure. And uh, um, yeah. So yeah, we're still gonna do the Cure episode. Probably gonna do that after the Ben and Arthur and Loqueesha discussion. But yeah, just wanted to throw a little intro in there and give a little context so it's not completely just like what the fuck is this. So yeah, enjoy if you like the idea of just us talking about random shit, which is 75% of the podcast anyway. But just this episode, there was a little bit too much of it. So yeah, enjoy and see ya in the Loqueesha discussion.
With
Okay, I
her.
guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's just more of the cat jump scares I don't like. I just feel like it's
Yeah.
unnecessary.
I love a jump scare. Dudes, I just saw X. I
I
don't
want to see
know. Have
that.
any of y'all seen X yet?
I'm gonna
I
see it on
haven't
Monday.
yet,
yet.
but
It's
It looks fun.
amazing. It's so
Nice.
fucking good.
I like
And
Mia Goth, so
it's yeah, well, you'll like
I
this
know I
movie.
got
If you
a
like
little
Mia
bit of
Goth,
it.
she's all over this movie, let me tell you.
hey.
Yeah.
Alright.
But
Letterboxd kind of spoiled a thing about X
I
that
saw that there's
is.
already like a fucking like prequel to it. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, that's. We probably shouldn't talk about this.
Okay,
We'll
yeah,
cut
yeah.
it out. But how the fuck does that work? Is my question, and I'm so excited to see how it plays out.
no,
I haven't
I
seen
don't
anything
know.
else from Ty West, but I hear
Oh.
I know some people like really love his stuff.
He's a
for, like,
genius.
modern horror. Oh,
He's
cool.
so good. Because he's very much like a brilliant horror director, but not an elevated horror director at all. He's like, I make really, really good B movies. And they're
That's cool.
all
I gotta
so
love a
tense.
modern good B movie. Horror
yeah.
B movie.
And that's exactly what X is. It's kind of tongue in cheek. It's a little bit silly. It knows it's kind of ridiculous, but it's also really scary and it's so tense. And the way it builds up tension, and it has some jump scares here and there, but like, I don't know, it doesn't feel cheap at all. It feels like it fucks with you in exactly the right way.
As long as it isn't The Strangers.
No, it's not
The
The
movie is all
Strangers.
fake jump scares and like stupid shit in the background.
The movie's not even good.
I don't like The Strangers. Yeah, I don't like The Strangers.
Yeah.
My sister fucking loved dolls, so of course she loved Chucky. So
Yeah.
it was always a fucking thing. And I was still afraid of them till I was like a fucking preteen. It's when I finally got over it and discovered Puppet Master, but that's a whole different story.
That was your healing experience, was watching Puppet Master.
I fucking love Puppet Master, but
yeah. Who's your favorite puppet in it?
I gotta go with Blade, just the classic generic answer.
I thought you would say Blade. So I know, Roz, you're a Criterion fanatic. Do you know the actor that Blade is based on?
I haven't seen Puppet Master, so
So
they
the
don't.
crazy thing is that somebody on some full moon picture worked with Klaus Kinski and was like, this dude is a monster. This is the worst human being who has ever lived. And so Blade in Puppet Master is a Klaus Kinski caricature.
I did not
that's interesting.
know
That's
that.
interesting.
Yeah.
I do know who Klaus Kinski is, so
I want to
that's
see that
interesting.
film. I want to see the film. My Best Fiend, I think it's called. It's like it's about
the documentary. It's good.
Werner Herzog and Klaus Kinski. I know they worked on a bunch of films together, or I know they did like what's it called? Something The Wrath of God or something. What's it
Aguirre.
called?
Yeah. They did like 5 movies together, which is why it's always when Herzog is like, "Oh yes, he was so difficult. He was such a monster, but he gave me such good performances." And it's like, bro, you worked with him like 5 times. Like clearly you were into like, hiring and harnessing this terrible person, for the sake of your movie.
Yeah, like I want to see that documentary. It's not a Werner Herzog documentary, but it's his friend. I forget his name. It's the guy who did the thing about garlic, the documentary about garlic that I really like.
Like Les Blank.
Les Blank. That's it. Yeah.
About garlic? What?
Yeah, it's called Garlic is Better Than 10 Mothers. I think that's what it's called, or something like
garlic,
that.
As in the fucking ingredient?
Yeah, it's about garlic. It's like a 45-minute or like 50-minute documentary about garlic.
It's very Italian, they fucking love garlic. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm Italian, so I can say that.
So
garlic is as good as garlic is as good as we definitely are way off subject. Yeah, Garlic is as good as 10 Mothers from 1980. It's a 50-minute long Les Blank documentary. It's just about like some people who like love garlic. It's really fun.
Yeah. My Best Fiend is good though. I mean, have you seen Aguirre or Fitzcarraldo?
No, somehow embarrassingly I haven't seen a single Werner Herzog film. The only one I've seen from him is Werner. Is it Werner or Werner? Whatever. Werner Herzog Eats His Shoe, which is a great short.
You haven't seen Grizzly Man?
Nope, I want to. It's been on my watch list forever.
Damn. Yeah. No, dude, watch Aguirre and Fitzcarraldo because Klaus Kinski is insane. You can just tell he's a absolute like lunatic who they just pushed in front of a camera, and it's fascinating to watch. But yeah, I mean, you can say like, oh yeah, things went wrong. I'm not really surprised.
I want to see Bad Lieutenant, what's it called? Port of Call or
New Orleans?
Yeah. I want to see that because I hear it's really funny. I hear it's really funny. Yeah,
it's great. It's really good.
It's good. It looks interesting. Nick Cage.
Nick Cage. Have you guys seen his GQ video about his performances?
I've seen. I think I have.
No, I haven't.
It's great. It's amazing because he speaks very like candidly and smartly about like the decisions he was making, but he was like, Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call, New Orleans. I showed up on set and I had this little like vial that was filled with like liquid caffeine that I would just snort all the time. And at one point, like Werner Herzog was like, Nicholas, what do you have in that vial? And he's like, it's fucking Coke, man. It's fucking Coke, all right? And Werner Herzog was just like, all right, we run the cameras now. And just never talk to him about it again.
Yeah. Nicolas Cage is such a character. He really is.
So good.
He's a vampire too, so.
I mean, Pig, his performance in Pig, that's my best actor of the year. No question.
Yeah,
I'm kind of mad he didn't get nominated. Yeah.
I was I don't know. I'm not as high. I'm not as high on Pig as most people who have seemed to really love it are. I enjoyed it. I didn't love it.
Didn't quite hit for you like that.
No. It was like it was good. It was solid, but like I didn't really. Nick Cage is such a character that they made that new movie coming out is just about like it's like Nick Cage the movie. That's basically like the you
could literally do that about no other actor.
Yeah.
Like
I mean
But yeah, no,
I'll watch it. Yeah, I'm not really sure how that I'm not really sure how that's gonna be. I mean, I wasn't blown away by the trailer for it. What's it called? Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
It looks fine.
It looks fine. I might watch it just because it's Nick Cage and it's like but like I'm not really sure. It just the premise sounded funnier than like actually seeing like parts of it in the trailer. It's like maybe this just kind of.
I think you're right. I think that's the best version.
Yeah.
perfect.
Was that a fucking Land of the Lost reference?
Oh, not from me. It should have been.
Oh, it's funny because in Land of the Lost, there's like a show tunes joke.
Like the Will Ferrell movie?
I like that movie. Yeah, it's kind of shitty, but I like it. It's got a nice.
I remember thinking it was hilarious when I watched it like 6 years ago.
It's got Anna Friel from Pushing Daisies in it, who is so goddamn cute. But she's one of those weird actors where I think she's better when she's pretending to be an American. She's a British actor, but I think she's actually better when she's like doing an American accent. Rebecca Hall's another one. Rebecca Hall's not that good of an actress when she's being British, which she is. But when she's pretending to be an American, she's amazing.
I remember liking her in that movie, The Gift.
The Gift?
Yeah. The Gift from
Rebecca Hall?
Was that with Jason Bateman?
Yeah, it's the one
that movie? Yeah, I didn't know she was in that.
Wait.
That's a good movie, though.
Yeah, that's Rebecca Hall, isn't it?
Is it? I think of
the one with fucking The Gift. Hold on.
She's so good in Vicky Cristina Barcelona, and she's so good in The Night House. And I think when she's being British, she's not as good.
The Night House.
Yeah.
I want to see Christine. Christine looks good.
Which I haven't seen
yet.
Oh,
that movie.
Antonio
that movie's going to be depressing. God. Do you guys know what it's about?
Yeah.
What movie?
It's about a woman who commits suicide on live TV.
It was a true story, yeah. I like the director. He did
What movie?
Yeah, he did that movie After School,
What's the name of the movie?
Which is basically like if someone watched like Benny's video. Does anyone know Benny's video?
Yeah.
Yeah, if someone watched that and I was like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna remake this basically. It's kind of what it is in a way.
Yeah. Simon Killer is pretty good.
Yeah, I really like that. I wasn't the hugest fan of Adele all the time, but it definitely has some good parts to it. Okay, I'm just gonna grab some more water. Then we'll go to Aliens. Sorry that I'm like interrupting everything and it's getting super drawn out, but like I'm just so happy that we still have that audio because like I don't know, we really gave some really good thoughts and like we had a good, really great discussion. And I hate when some stupid thing like
I hope it won't be a huge pain in the ass to like cut these two parts together. That's all.
Oh no, I don't care. No, I'll just take the. Yeah, I have decent audio editing software. So
what do you use?
I have I actually bought Final Cut Pro.
Oh, nice.
So I can use that. Which I'm not sure if it was worth the investment because I have no idea how the fuck to use it. But I also have just like this thing on my. It was like a free it's some like Japanese thing. It's like I forget. I have it on my iPad. It's like just free, and it's like actually really great. Like that's why That's why I've edited everything up until this point. But yeah, I'm just gonna be right back. I'm just gonna grab some water. Then we'll get into Aliens.
Cool. I'll get some water too. Be right back.
I was gonna ask.
No, go ahead, Andy. What's up?
I was gonna ask, have either of you seen The Empty Man?
Yeah, I really like it.
I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. That's like,
it's cool.
I haven't seen anything else like it.
Yeah,
to be
really original. The dude who directed it just does EPK. It's so crazy. He did like bonus features for movies. That's what he did up to that point. Yeah.
I noticed looking at his fucking Letterboxd.
Yeah, it's all like DVD special features. And then he had this one movie idea that he was like, I need to do this. And he put it out and they dumped it.
Shame.
Yeah. It's already a cult movie. Like it already has a cult.
Yeah, it's already becoming a cult classic and it's well deserved. It's very unique in approach and that intro scene kind of reminds me of the space jockey scene now that I'm thinking
it's so
about it.
Good. Yeah, it's really scary.
Sense of wonder and like, what the fuck is this?
Totally.
This is on Earth?
Yeah.
This doesn't look right.
Yeah, I'll be right back too. So what was y'all's favorite movie of last year, 2021?
I don't even remember how much I fucking watched. I don't really watch as many movies as I used to.
Oh man, you're breaking my heart, bro. Come on.
I have several other hobbies. I do game, kind of, and I am a bit of a musician. So I kind of have to balance between movies, music, and gaming, interest-wise.
What about you, Nick?
I actually haven't watched a lot of 2021 movies.
I'm checking my Letterboxd just.
But I think if I had to choose one, it would be A Quiet Place 2, because I watched that at cinema.
Oh yeah,
it was like a good experience. Yeah.
What are we doing?
Very suspenseful. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out my best movie of 2021.
Mine is
by far, Red
Licorice
Rocket.
Pizza with a bullet.
Nice. Yeah, that was a good one. I enjoyed that very much. I actually want to rewatch it.
It's very controversial though. Like people
really
hate it.
It's a pedophile movie.
People really hate it.
It's a pedophile movie.
Yeah. No, I mean like, and I don't. It's like a thing where it's like I can't really argue. Like if someone was offended by it, I'm not gonna be like, oh no, you're wrong. I'm like, yeah, it just didn't hit me that way, you know?
Yeah. What about like fucking like Red Rocket, which is basically a movie about like this.
Well, that's the funny thing.
This old ass creepy dude like grooming like an underage girl into doing porn.
And it's not controversial at all, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great film. It's by far my favorite movie of Red Rockets.
What the fuck? It's your favorite Red Rocket movie?
It's my favorite movie called Red Rocket. No, it's by far my favorite movie of 2021, at least that I've seen.
Cool.
There's some movies that I Aliens.
My answer is Dune. I had to go back and see what I watched.
Right.
I'll Dune. I haven't seen a lot of the award shit I need to catch up on.
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't fully formed my opinion on Dune because I haven't seen part 2 yet. Because I think that's gonna really define on how I feel about it.
I'm with you on that.
I don't care about the story. I'm just there for the visuals at this point.
Yeah.
And
my thing about Dune is like,
sorry,
I
casually doing shots.
Oh hell yeah, nice. I love the book Dune so much, and the Baron is such an amazing character, and the David Lynch Dune fucked him up so badly. And I was like so excited for him in the new one, and they kind of like fucked him up again. Like
really? I thought he was.
He's not a character.
Baron is he's like
yeah, they don't do much with him. Is what
you're
saying.
Like he's such a
bad interpretation. They just don't.
He's this
into who he is.
Strategically minded dude who's like obsessed with like the chess game that he's playing against House Atreides, and he's also this like disturbing pedophile who like genetically engineers young boys so that he can like molest them and all this stuff, and like all of that's like not in the movie. Like they cut like his whole character out basically, so he's just like a scary floating man, and I'm like,
yeah, like the thing about that is I don't know all about the book. I really don't. I will kind of want to read it. I don't really. The
book's amazing.
So many books I want to read. I own. If you can see, I have this big ass stack of books that I really want to get to.
Nice.
If you can see this here, it's like I have all this shit I want to get to.
I feel you. I'm the same.
Has anyone read this?
Oh, I got more alien toys in the background now.
Has anyone read I Have No Mouth But I Must Scream?
Yeah.
Short story.
Harlan Ellison? Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Really good.
I love that shit.
He's awesome.
No, it's a good short story. The Jaunt by Stephen King.
Oh, I haven't read that one.
It is terrifying.
Cool.
I read a really good, very unsettling short story. I think I posted it in the Movies and More Books and Comics channel.
Yeah.
I forget what it was called. It's about like two girls that were like murdered. But like it's like non-linear, like it cuts back and forth between someone like remembering this memory of something that happened in their town. Plus like it's really weird. I don't know what the fuck were we talking about. Let's get to aliens before it's like 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Anyway, what was I saying? I was saying, oh yeah, I don't know anything about the Dune book. I thought
it's good. You should read it.
I really like that. The Baron, is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that he wasn't as goofy as in Dune. I just like that he was creepier. So
yeah,
I like that character in Dune. But all right, aliens. Andy, you were introducing it. You know, something like Blade Runner. It's more of like the sci-fi is like a vehicle, kind of for the like central theme about like humanity or whatever. You know, that type of stuff.
It's also a detective movie, which is great.
Yeah.
I love detective movies, especially when they're pretending to be other kinds of movies.
Yeah,
like the Batman.
Have you seen the new Batman?
It's 10 out of 10. My favorite Batman movie. It is so my shit, dude. I love it so fucking much.
I haven't seen it yet.
I
can personally not as hyped as I thought I would be for this movie.
I just watched it yesterday. I have a lot of thoughts on it. I don't want to go into it. I'll go on a whole hour-long rant about all the things, all my thoughts. So let's say
it's the best Batman as a detective movie by far. Wouldn't you agree?
It's Batman Begins plus 7. It's like
no, it's literally like Zodiac. Only Mark Ruffalo is wearing a bat costume. Is what it's like. It really is.
Damn.
It is like literally 7. It is literally 7. There are so many scenes. The fucking writing on shit. The fucking like spray painting on the crime scenes. The like, there's actually a scene
where he looks like the Zodiac killer.
Yeah, there's like a scene towards the end where it's like
dressed just like him.
He leaves ciphers. He leaves the fucking codes that the Zodiac killer left. Oh yeah, I won't. But there's actually
I know I spoiled it in the chat by saying the Joker was in it. It's like it's a fucking Batman movie, y'all. Come on.
That's like it's a post-credits.
I knew that was coming though. I knew he was kind of cast as a Joker.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna save my thoughts on Batman because I'd kind of like to talk about it on the podcast.
Maybe I need to watch it.
You should. You guys should talk about it for sure.
Talk about it.
Yeah,
it's very interesting in Matt Reeves' career too. I think because he's had a very interesting career of being like a great director who has to make like intellectual property movies,
yeah maybe we can do like an episode on like the Batman and like the Dark Knight or something.
Planet of the Apes movies.
And Cloverfield and Let Me In. Like he's literally never made a movie that wasn't
so fucking good.
Wait,
it's so good, but it's
wait. Isn't that a Swedish movie?
No, that was the remake of Let the Right One In.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
You mean like in The Fly when Jeff Goldblum pukes on a donut?
Yeah. Bomb and drop. I love The Fly.
Yeah,
Fly's so good.
Yeah. It's not that great. That's another argument. But anyways,
wrong.
It's great, but it's not It's not even in the Cronenberg's top 5 in my opinion.
It's his number 1 in my opinion.
I like Videodrome more.
Well, that's fair.
The Dead Zone, anyone? The Brood? Come on,
The Brood. Actually, the Brood is my favorite.
Sucks.
The
Dead Zone's boring.
The Brood, however, is my number 1.
The Brood is cool.
Going off on tangents.
I didn't expect to like the Brood as much as I did. It was like actually really good.
Really love Eastern Promises. Eastern Promises is way up there for me.
It's great violence. It's a great
fucking quote, like kind of normal-ish films. I've only seen his fucking horror films.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, they're not that normal. They're crime movies, but they're not normal. They're pretty out there.
Crashes.
Interesting.
I like when
I thought they were just like kind of generic crime movies.
No, they're super gruesome and weird and perverted.
You got Cronenberg touch on them. Okay, I got it. I didn't know what to expect. Anyways, aliens.
I'm just gonna take
Eastern Promises climaxes with Viggo Mortensen stabbing people to death in like a steam room with his like dick flopping around. And he's like,
by the way,
jamming a knife into people's skulls. It's crazy.
By the way, Viggo Mortensen. Viggo was fucking born 30 minutes away from where I'm fucking at right now.
Does he eye fuck anyone to death like in a Serbian film?
No, I mean, he stops just shy of that. Like literally, he's like dick out, like grabbing like a fucking curved knife and like gutting people with it.
I really want to see that. It's high on my priority
list. We should get
it's
that
awesome.
with Willem Dafoe.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
you know what I'm gonna do?
I don't know. I don't know if we should because you know what Werner Herzog said about Willem Dafoe's penis.
Yeah.
He said it was distractingly large.
Yeah, Lars von Trier said that.
Yeah. That was Lars von Trier.
We do have
I get them confused.
His fucking penis. But
that's great. Oh, there are so many.
It's like fucking really cool. It's just really fun for me to see. Like, it's like I kind of get to see a depiction of him that's actually fucking accurate that I won't be able to see. At the
and
end
the dropship and the APC, it's all like so perfectly designed.
So much shade at fucking the TV show right now, but
you haven't even seen it. It might be great.
It's okay. I'll watch it because it exists. And I need something like that, but
you don't trust it.
I bum Paramount Plus off my dad, so it's like I don't lose anything out from watching this. And it's not canon; it's like a separate timeline from the fucking video games.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it a chance, but
you're ready to not like it.
Yeah. We deserve an actual movie.
How crazy would it be, y'all, if instead of District 9, they had actually made the Halo movie they were planning on making? Isn't that weird to think about? That there could have been a Halo movie like 13 years ago?
They were really close. I don't know if the other two people in this conversation know anything about it.
And they literally, it was canceled, and overnight they went, well, we're not working on Halo anymore. Let's just make an original movie. And that's why
District 9 is great, though.
Yeah. I mean, that's why the suit in District 9 looks like a Covenant. That's why the trucks kind of look like Warthogs. It's all the just stuff that they like repainted and redesigned.
I might have to fucking send that little. It basically became an ad for Halo 3, but it's like the little short film they did.
Oh, that one's so good, right?
It's so fucking good.
Yeah.
That's what we could have had, and we don't.
Well, maybe the new show will be good.
District
I don't want to throw any shade at Public Schreiber either, because I'm sure he's going to be fine as Master Chief, but...
Great actor.
Yeah, he's Liev Schreiber's brother, which I learned today, which they're totally unlike. Anyways, aliens.
Yeah. It's just something... District 9 is like... That gives me flashbacks to when the last time I saw that was the day that I had to explain to my dad why I almost got arrested for knocking icicles off people's porches.
Such a teenage memory. Oh my god.
Yeah.
You said you love the action, so I think I read somewhere that the cast members actually had to go like to a boot camp to like prepare for this. And Hicks and Hudson had to like research Starship Troopers, the book, like they had to read it to kind of prepare for their characters. So like they actually did like a lot of work to like get into that zone of the action. Yeah, that's a fun fact.
It's interesting they chose Starship Troopers.
Yeah, because the book is very interesting. The book's so different from the movie. The book is very much like a fascist like piece of propaganda. And then the movie is like a satire of fascist propaganda. Yeah.
Oh, is that what it's a satire of? Because everyone always says it's a satire, and I'm like, what's it a satire of?
Oh man, it's literally a satire of like Soviet propaganda movies that Verhoeven kind of grew up with. Yeah. That's why all the characters in Starship Troopers are played by bad actors who are just like beautiful models, because all of those propaganda movies are like, here's the ideal Soviet man and Soviet woman. They look like Barbie and Ken, and they have no thoughts in their head except for the motherland, and they go off to battle, and then they learn how to defend the motherland, and that's it. And that's he cast actors who literally, like Denise Richards, looks like there is nothing going on, behind her eyes, and it's like perfect as a propaganda movie. And people just see like the surface propaganda of the advertisements within it and are like, all right, it's a satire, I get it. But they don't get that the whole movie is playing a joke on you, basically.
Yeah. Now I want to see it, because like I haven't seen it, and I just always hear people saying it's satire, and I think like, is it a satire of like cheesy?
It's a masterpiece,
movies, or
no? It's a satire of like military propaganda and just like the entire like sort of right-wing machine of like creating like this, nationalist fervor and stuff. Like there's a part where Neil Patrick Harris's character is like gone for 30 minutes and he comes back and everyone's like, oh great, you got a promotion, and he's literally dressed like an SS officer. Like he's dressed like a Nazi, and everyone's like, oh great, you're like moving up in the ranks, and they don't comment on it at all. Yeah.
Now I really want to see it, because it's like people always call Paul Verhoeven, right?
Yeah.
People always call his movies like brilliant satires, but like I don't know, like people love like Showgirls. Like I don't like that movie. I don't see
Showgirls is weird. Showgirls might have gone too far.
What the fuck is Showgirls satirizing? Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Like what is it? Is it like it's like a satire of Las Vegas? Like what the fuck?
I think it's a satire of capitalism as it relates to sexuality, but it's
I don't know. I'm not a fan of it.
That movie doesn't really work. Yeah.
No, it's not. It doesn't. But like, I might like it more now as like more of like a cheesy, stupid movie. Because like I remember when I watched it, I really didn't know what to expect, because I heard people saying it's a masterpiece. That's like people don't get it. then other people were saying it's like literally one of the worst movies ever. So I might like it more. I might bump my rating up because I have it rated pretty low in Letterboxd.
I would argue Starship Troopers is actually misunderstood. And it's also just an amazing sci-fi action movie. Up there with Aliens.
That's another thing. I always hear people say that about Starship. I feel like I hear more people saying that about Starship Troopers than I do people saying that it's not misunderstood. So that's interesting. Yeah, I need to I need to see that. I need to see Total Recall. I've seen the remake of Total Recall, which is fucking terrible.
You mentioned I'm going off on a tangent right now. You mentioned Las Vegas. I went to Las Vegas.
I want to go to Vegas
on the trip. I don't know if any of you have been to Las Vegas.
I've been to Vegas, yeah.
It's quite different. Vegas is a different beast entirely.
Yeah. Steeped in artifice, one might say.
Like
the whole city is a fake city made out of bullshit.
When people say like the city is a character, it really is. I've never seen so much casual nudity or like casual partial nudity in my life.
Did you
it's
do
just
any Fear
everywhere
and
you
Loathing
look.
There?
Yeah.
Do what?
Did you do any Fear and Loathing while you were there?
I wish. Vegas is crazy though. It was really nice to see, not my scene, but that's all I have to say. Yeah. I just wanted to go off on a Vegas tangent. The city's wild.
Yeah. I'm gonna go out there when I'm older, probably.
You should go out there and gamble for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did. I very minor gambling. We fucked around with one machine and went bankrupt, but that's about it.
I don't really want to gamble because I know I'm the type of person who
I'm not the type of person to get addicted to gambling. I just kind of despise it. I don't like gambling at all. If there's any game I would actually play, it's blackjack, and that's just because I think it's fun. Not because I like gambling.
You should definitely watch Terminator 2, though. It's super fun. It's a great movie.
I've seen it, but
yeah. Oh, I see. To compare, I got you. Yeah. I'll be honest, y'all. I don't do star ratings on Letterboxd. I really don't like them. I do a orange heart or not, because to me it's like I look at movies and I'm like, oh, I gave that 4.5 stars. Like, why wouldn't I just give it 5 stars? I really fucking enjoyed it. It was great.
I know what you mean.
Like, and also like I just saw Jackass Forever. Jackass Forever is a 5-star movie. No question. There's no way that movie could be better. It is so funny. It is so amazing to watch. I had so much fun. I laughed my fucking ass off watching it. It's 5 stars. But, so is Stalker. And it's like, those movies are not doing the same thing at all, And it's like, does this 5-star get more weight because it's a more serious movie? And I'm like, that's bullshit. They're doing different things. So I'm like, fuck the star ratings. I'm done with them. Personally. I'm just like, I'll give it a heart or not. And that's basically all I need to do.
Take it that seriously. I don't really care about what people think on Letterboxd. I disagree with ratings kind of frequently. I agree with if I haven't seen Jackass Forever, but I'm pretty sure it's probably, like you say, a 5-star film. I've seen the other ones; they're great.
It couldn't be better on its own terms. Yeah,
I'm not going to argue that it's not a 5-star. Like I see your point, and if someone wants to bitch about it being 5 stars and Stalkers, they think like something like Stalker should only be 5 stars. Like, fuck off! Stop being pretentious.
Yeah, exactly.
We all like movies here. Calm down.
Right.
Yeah. I have my own rating system basically. Well, not really. It's like just a whole thing where it's like I think, okay, so if this movie is like I really enjoy it because it's so bad it's good, I'm not gonna give it a 10. I'm gonna give it an 8. That's like my bad it's good rating is like an 8 out of 10. Just like I just have little things like that, or like say like I don't know, say something like Jackass. Like I really love Jackass, but it's not like it's not something like say I don't know, A Brighter Summer Day, or like like you're saying like Stalker, like something that's like the greatest films ever made, or like Satan Hanger. It's not like that. It's just like it's something
maybe
that's
it is,
like very
though. Maybe it's better than Satan Tango.
You know what? Maybe it is. Maybe it's better than a Bellator film. But
it's a different kind of 5-star.
Yeah, it's just like some
exactly
in different quality of 5-star.
I have
and you and I are like in full agreement here.
But it's like with the 8s, it's like that's what I'll give 8s. Then I'll give like 9s. It's like 9 is like a film I really, really love. But then like a 10 is like something that I really, really love, and it also connects with me on like this extra personal level. That's just, I don't know, something about it, I have to give a 10, or something that's like, or like something that maybe like I watched when I was younger, so I have a lot of nostalgia for it. It's just something that's like very personal to me. Like say something like Pulp Fiction. Like that's not, I don't know. It's just like there's some films that's like it has to be a 10, and then there's other films I really love, but I give it a 9. I don't know. Like I just have all kinds of little things I do think of to justify my ratings and my rating system.
That's the thing. I think I'm just done with like the stress of that kind of thinking, where I used to be way wrapped up in that, and I was like worried. I was like, oh shit, I gave this movie 3 stars, and I gave that movie 3.5 stars, but really I like the 3-star movie better, so my rating system is fucked up now. And I would like stress about that, and I'm like,
it doesn't matter.
It's dumb. It doesn't matter. It doesn't
it's
matter.
Like either
I'll just write a review and do a heart or not, and that's it.
Yeah, I always do that. It's like, do I really like? Let's see. I gave Date Movie a 1 out of 10, but I also gave that other comedy that I don't like a 2. Do I really like that? It's like, who gives a shit? Like, nobody's gonna go in my ratings. It's not like I'm like, like the most popular I always feel weird saying letterboxer. Letterboxster.
Yeah,
letterbox user.
That's weird.
Yeah, I'm a letterboxter. What's your favorite sport? I like letterboxing.
Yeah, absolutely. Love it. Love adding to my diary. It's my favorite sport.
I love adding movies to my endless watch list.
I love checking my stats page. Oh man.
Yeah. But like, just I don't know. It's a good way to keep track of how I feel about movies.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'll be like obsessively.
I love that app.
6 out of 10
that app
to
is
7 out of 10s. But
so good.
Whatever. Like,
yeah. See. That's the thing. That's the trap you've laid for yourself. That's why I'm just like, I'm retired.
Like,
I'm retired from doing that.
It's like, I gave that a 5. Should I take it down? There's like a little weird thing. People think that like if you're using half stars, like a half star to a 5-star is any different than a 1 to 10 scale. It's literally the same thing. I don't see how people think it's any different. Yeah, like there's like Letterboxd. I mean, I used to try and write reviews too. Like I used to like. I used, for a while I tried to do the sincere review of like, oh yes, this is a film where I love so much about it. And then I realized like, unless we're doing like a podcast where I can actually like properly flesh out my thoughts, it's all just going to be the same. It's like, oh man, I really like the cinematography and the main acting is good. And then there's this little, it was super repetitive. So then I went into doing like, one-liners, trying to be funny. That didn't go anywhere. I have like one review that got like 175 likes, which is just like, it's the top review for August Underground. It's like a fake snuff film.
Of all movies, nice.
Yeah, and it's just not a cell phone in sight, just people living in the moment.
That's good. That's good.
Like it's so stupid, but it's like that's my top review. It's like I don't know. I just stopped trying to review. It's like for a while I was trying to like write a review for every a real review for every movie I watch. It's like who cares? Like.
I like reviews. I just enjoy doing them. But
I don't know.
Yeah. The ones that get the most traction are horny reviews. Just like the thirsty Letterboxd reviews are like those are always the ones that shoot right to the top.
I mean, just look at like the top Letterboxd users and the top it's all just joke. It's all just joke reviews for like any popular movie.
Any film with Robert Pattinson is just massive thirst.
Yeah.
For
funny thing I never really realized, John Connor's foster mother, who stabs Xander Berkeley through the mouth with a liquid metal sword hand once she's taken over by the T-1000, is Jeanette Goldstein, who played Vasquez in Aliens. So look for that next time you watch it. Yeah.
I did not know that.
You would not really recognize her, but it's the same actress. Yeah.
Well, that's about it for the Alien discussion. Well, we did it.
Like fucking Terminator. The new one? I forgot the name.
Dark Fate?
No.
I liked Dark Fate. Yeah.
I thought I'd argue it's the best sequel since 2.
I agree. My take
is better.
My take is that
3 is better.
3 is bad.
If there had been no movies between T2 and Dark Fate, people would have loved Dark Fate. But because there were like 4 bad sequels before it, everyone was already burned out.
Yeah, but
everyone's just soured and gives Dark Fate a bad reputation. Like, come at it clean, guys. It's not that bad.
Agreed.
Dark Fate is just literally like Halloween 2018 to, fucking
I don't know. I prefer Dark Fate over 2018.
It's just the same thing. It's like, oh, we're gonna do a direct sequel, but it's like it doesn't do anything interesting. It's just the same movie. It's like Halloween 2018 is the same fucking movie as Halloween, except for it's not as good. It doesn't have what made the original good.
The idea with Mackenzie Davis that she's like a person with a Terminator inside.
Yeah, I like that. It's actually interesting.
And she's like she gets tired, and her core is gonna like kill her basically, and. I thought that was a good dynamic of making a more fragile Terminator who is like actually a person, like wearing a Terminator like engine. That was neat to me. That was a good twist.
I didn't like that it's just the same shit again, and it's not really much more interesting. It's not better, and I hate it when something. It's just it's not as bad as Genesis.
That's my thing. If there hadn't been 4 bad sequels in between. I think people would have been way more open to it. But I think
some people argue that Salvation is the best sequel. I'm like, no, the fuck are you smoking?
Not good.
Wait,
Salvation.
Wait.
Salvation is such an unforced error. Like Salvation should have been amazing, and instead it's trash. And it's just like you had like the biggest fucking budget. You were doing the Machine War, which was what everyone wanted to see, and it's just like they just screwed it up. They really.
I like the first half though. I always every time I've seen it like twice, 3 times maybe, because like several times I've gone back and like revisited all the Terminator films. Every time I'm like, this is actually kind of good in the first half. Then it's like, oh yeah, then it just gets stupid.
It has some ideas and it has some juice to it, and I think they just
had a good trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
did. God, what a good trailer to that 9 Inch Nails song. Oh, that's like the most I've ever been fooled by a trailer. Easily. I was so mad when I saw the movie. God.
Yeah,
Sam Worthington sucks. He's so bad.
Fuck Avatar.
It's my fucking
He's so bad in Avatar, dude.
Fuck Avatar. That movie sucks. Sorry. It's lame.
Yeah.
Fuck, my mic is acting up all of a sudden.
And like James Cameron is doing nothing but Avatar sequels for the next like 10 years.
It's so
like you go on Letterboxd, there's like Avatar Part 6. It's like, what the
He almost seems like he's gone like Howard Hughes crazy, where he's like peeing in bottles, like only instead he's making Avatar movies that he's never gonna show to anyone. He's like gone crazy, and he's just like a hermit making, sequels that he'll never release.
Yeah.
It kind of feels that way. It's fucked up. Yeah.
But wait, I can't say back to the aliens discussion because we're done with that. So we got 2 last things to do. One thing was answer that question, which you already answered, Alex. Yep. Hold on, let me find it. So we have one question here from Hadley. We don't really answer questions that much. I already kind of
Hadley's Hope.
Yeah. Hadley just asked questions, so I was like, fuck, good question.
That's the name of the colony in Aliens. Hadley's Hope.
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Huh. But so she said, let's see. I got a question for y'all. Let me tell me if you've already answered it or not. Wait. What movie do you wish you could watch for the first time again? So for me, I kind of want to just name off all of my favorite movies because like there's a lot of films that I had a really good time watching for the first time. I mean, fucking yeah, so many films, that like I can just list my favorite films, but I'm not gonna do that. Them. I'm gonna say some films that I really wish I could watch for the first time again, because I kind of had a bad experience watching them for the first time. One is Taxi Driver, which is literally my favorite movie, because the first time I ever watched it, it was on my fucking telephone.
Oh no! That's so depressing.
It is. First time I ever watched my favorite film. And it's been my favorite film for a good while now, so I think it'll be my favorite film maybe forever. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's like I didn't get it. I wasn't even like I watched it, I was like, what? And then like I just kept thinking about it, then I had to rewatch it, then I rewatched it, became my favorite film. But yeah, so that's one of them. Watching The Lighthouse in the theater was just so awesome. It's one of my favorite theater experiences ever.
So funny.
Yeah.
I love when people realized they could laugh. That was such a great moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you,
Also-
Nick?
I had a
Yeah.
couple others, but
never mind. Fuck.
I
Go
think it
on.
would be Children of Men for me. That
Oh,
movie
yeah.
made me blown away when I first saw it. Yeah.
What a great
What movie?
theater experience that movie was. Yeah.
Children of Men.
Oh, I think. Okay.
And
that's a great film.
Silence. Silence as well. By Martin Scorsese.
Oh,
I need
Yeah.
to see that.
You see that?
Those are like my
Silence is amazing. It's so good. Oh, I wish I'd seen that in a theater.
I just
Same.
recently.
I watched it at home. And I was
Yeah.
quite pissed off at myself.
I know,
that I
right?
didn't get that.
Yeah.
I just recently watched Martin Scorsese's Last Temptation of Christ. I actually really enjoyed it. I should watch more of his I should watch Silence because that's more of like a religious Martin Scorsese type thing. I like his approach to it. It's interesting. It's not it's actually like thought provoking in a way.
All his movies, I think, are worth watching. He's like one of the
Yeah.
best directors to just be
Yes.
like, let me fill in my blind spots because they're
Yeah.
all really cool. Yeah.
What about you, Alex? What would you say for like? Alien, actually.
Yeah, Alien, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andy, how about you, Andy?
Andy, is your mic working? Oh, God.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
you can hear me.
Yeah.
My fucking mic just like shut off on me. I don't know what happened to it. I blame my USB. Anyways, movie I wish I could watch again. I'll go with, for the first time, I should say. I'll go with Scream, of course, and Stalker. Those
Nice.
are my two picks. I watched like Stalker Alone in the Dark Room, and I'd do it again alone for the first time because that was a game-changing experience.
Yeah.
So awesome. Yeah.
It's amazing. I want to do a Tarkovsky episode eventually, but I have no idea where to start with discussion.
Yeah.
His films.
Stalker and Solaris, if anything,
Yeah.
I guess would be a good starting point.
Alien actually steals a shot from Stalker. You know how Stalker has the shot where it pulls out of the bedroom through the crack in the door until you get like way back and you see like that amazing like wide angle of the door like flying past the frame. They do the same thing in reverse in Alien where they push through the crack in the door into the engine room when Harry Dean Stanton is walking around. Yeah. It's like the Stalker shot exactly. Yeah.
That's really cool. Yeah, like I said, I could list any of my favorite films, but I don't know. I was trying to think of stuff that was. I mean, I said my favorite film, but it's like the reason was because I watched it on my phone. Another thing, it's like Enter the Void, which is another of my favorite films.
Yeah.
But the first time I watched it, it's a very, very trippy, very surreal film, and I had some kind of food poisoning, so I felt like shit the whole time. And it's not a good movie to watch if you don't feel very good.
I don't know. That might be the best way to watch it.
It like made it. It was like. I feel like I always have like some kind of weird. I'm not sure if it's food poisoning or if I'm just like sick or coming down with something. But same for Suspiria 2018, which is a very like. There's some really like nauseating stuff in that movie. It's very and also Inland Empire, which is so it's like all those movies I watched for the first time with some kind of like just feeling not good, and it was. It was weird. It was like very very interesting experiences to say the least.
Yeah.
But,
I ate way too many edibles while watching Suspiria 2018 and they all kicked in the last like 5 minutes and I was just like, oh, like I don't even know how I feel about this. Oh man, it was miserable. I felt terrible for like the next 18 hours and I was just like, I don't even know if I like that movie. Fuck. I just feel so bad.
There's that scene towards the end, which is just insane. I felt like I was on drugs or something watching it.
Just watching it anyway?
Yeah, like,
exactly.
Yeah, man.
Oof.
I want to talk about both Suspirias eventually. Because, like, I actually enjoy the remake more, which is something I feel like I never say about a horror movie remake.
Yeah, because I guess you guys hate The Fly, so...
more
a fan of the original, huh?
What?
Oh
yeah, because that's a remake, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen the original, but I really like the Cronenberg one. Wait, didn't we talk about this earlier?
Yeah, Andy does. Was it you, Andy? You were talking shit about it.
Fuck The Fly.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. It's just overrated.
Underrated. I'm gonna just argue.
Cronenberg.
I think it's the best practical effects ever. I'm gonna say is The Fly.
But
yes,
you need a bit more substance than just.
The Thing has better effects than The Fly.
Nope. I say The Fly is better practical effects than The Thing.
Well,
and you know why? Because they are
wrong,
so.
And I'm gonna delete your audio track from the
They're
podcast.
so seamless in The Fly. Like you cannot tell where the makeup ends and the effects begins in so many shots. And I love the effects in The Thing, but they are effects. And you always know that you're looking at a special effect. Whereas in The Fly, they're telling the story.
I need to rewatch The Fly.
God, the part where he peels his fingernails off just always freaks me out. So gross.
That doesn't bother me for some reason, and I kind of feel weird about it. Like that, so many people are bothered by it, and I'm like, whatever. I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but
hey,
like I'd feel worse if it was like a fucking toothpick under the nail.
This doesn't hit for you like that. Yeah, fair enough.